Hi there. Okay, back for week probably like, I think it's about 49, week 49 following LapBand surgery. I am at like 3 weeks of maintenance. I'm doing pretty well. My weight this morning was like 147.6. My maintenance range is between 149 and 159. So I feel really good. I feel really good about about where I'm at and how I'm doing with just food and stuff like that. I feel really good about how I'm doing with my laxatives as well. I'm not taking them as often as I was, which is good. So that's the way it goes. But I brought my oldest on, and look at how tall this kid is getting. Like, when did that happen? You know, like, he's getting so big, and his feet are huge. They're like, he wears like a size 12. I know, right? Like, here's mine. Put yours up here. Can you get it? Anyway, he's got a pretty big foot. And my little one, his foot is the same size as mine now as well. So that's kind of incredible because he's like 11. But anyway, so I brought this little guy on today.
Little guy.
I know, right? Brought this little guy on today so that we could talk through some changes. We're looking at some more changes, and he was part of the change series a couple months back. So I thought that he could talk through it as well. Yeah, you were the first person. That's right. He was the first person in my change series. So anyway, we want to talk through that as well as excess skin. There have been a couple of I'm wearing my bathing suit, by the way, with my droopy 80-year-old woman boobs, because I'm so bony, because we're about to head to the pool as soon as we're done filming this. But also I thought that it'd be a good opportunity to show you guys that I've got lots of excess skin. And the boys really enjoyed, they're like, oh my gosh, that's so weird. But there have been a few comments on a couple of videos as well as on Facebook saying wow, you don't really have any excess skin, and I have lots of excess skin. Yeah, you're mistaken. So one day I was doing this and I was like, oh my gosh, Blake, you can totally see muscles. And he did this, he goes, oh. And I was like, what? He had legitimately a sad face, and he was like, people won't ever be able to tell you have muscles because of all of your skin. Okay, thanks, Blair. I also promised him that I would not pull up my swimsuit because I have on a bikini under, which I don't wear the bikini really in public, though I did sunbathe last week.
What she said was, she's like, guys, I think I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to take off, and you're not my mom.
That's exactly what he did. He was very embarrassed. So what I did, I totally took off my thing and I just sunbathed at the pool with just my bikini top and bottoms on, and I can tell you that it's not a pretty sight. I've got lots of, stretch. Yeah, it's like, ah. So anyway, but I wanted to, I'm going to stand up here also because I want to show you guys the excess skin that I have on my legs, but I will not going to show my stomach, but you can imagine. So anyway, I'm sure that you guys can tell, but there you go. So what Blake has me do, whenever we go out for our walks in the evenings, for some reason it just always happens on our walks, but he'll go, do your dance. And so what I do is I put out my arms, my legs, and I do a little jiggle, so all of my skin jiggles. And he really gets the biggest kick out of it. He thinks it's the funniest thing. But anyway, I got lots of excess skin, though I am looking forward to...
I bet you if you just put a video of that on YouTube, you'll be at 1 million views.
Probably so.
The first week.
Probably 1 million views with a whole bunch of really inappropriate comments about my skin as well. But anyway, I just wanted to point out that, boy, I got lots of it, and the kids really think that it's very funny as well to just, do this when I'm driving or anyway, whenever. So anyway, I know that... something, in my last video, obviously I was very dramatic and feeling a lot of emotions and stuff. And what I have realized is that my emotions right now are much more strong than usual. And the reason for that is that I'm not turning to food for comfort. And I think that it took me a little while to realize that that's what it was, that there isn't an outlet for me now. So when I feel stressed out, generally I would just go and I would eat something. I'd go down to Morelia's and get the delicious Apulia pasta, and I'd eat the whole thing. And it was way, way too much for one person to eat, and I would eat the whole thing of it.
Now she just eats her bars, her protein.
I do. I eat protein
If she gets mad, she just eats a half a protein bar.
No, that's not true. I don't turn to food when I'm upset.
Or Brussels sprouts.
But because I'm not turning to food, there's not an outlet for me to turn to when I'm feeling upset. whatever upset, happy, sad, mad, whatever, frustrated. I don't have an outlet. So what I have been doing though is I've been going walking more, and especially the running. The running really helps because running hurt, like it doesn't feel really good on my knees and I get winded and stuff. So what it has me doing is it has me not focusing on whatever it is that I'm feeling upset about, and instead it has me focusing on the exercise, the running. And so generally after that, after some sort of physical activity, I feel a whole lot better than I did before. So that's what I've really been focusing on when I'm feeling stressed out, when I'm feeling frustrated, when I'm feeling whatever. I'm trying to go and really walk. And so I'm just trying to recognize that that's what I'm feeling so that I can go and I can do it. So again, it's really, really tough not to turn to food. It is so difficult not to turn to food because that's exactly where I want to turn. Like, do you feel the same way? Do you think that when you get upset and stuff like that you want to do that too? Or do you think, oh, really? Not really? That's good. That's good. It's fine with me. So anyway.
I just eat food when I want to eat food.
You just, yeah. All right. So did you want to add anything? Did you have anything that you wanted to add for this video? Yeah, the little dance. Okay. So anyway, just really quickly, I wanted to say a few things and then I'll end. Nikki Hona Unplugged, and I hope that I'm saying that right. That's how I say it in my head, so that's how I'm saying it on here as well. Just such an incredibly beautiful, wonderful woman who like just watching her videos just keeps me feeling so motivated. But I just watched a video before I made this one, and it wasn't her weekly weigh-in, but it was one following that. It was a non-scale victory. And the non-scale victory was the necklace that she had on. And what was so funny is the whole time I was thinking, oh my gosh, what a beautiful necklace. And I was actually thinking to myself, I wonder if I could wear that. I know I couldn't have worn it a year ago because it would have been, too little. And then that's what she went on to say, and her collarbones going on. It was just, it was so wonderful. It's so wonderful to see her, who was already a beautiful woman, just transform into an even more beautiful woman, and it just was such a beautiful soul, it seems like, as well. So anyway, I just wanted to say that necklace was incredible. And what a wonderful non-scale victory. Oh, Mandy Banded. When I watched your video and I watched like a ton of your videos in one day, work has been crazy and I just haven't been able to keep up with YouTube a lot. So when I do, I try to go back and just watch like several videos at a time from the same person so that I can catch back up. It is.
Just not watching videos for a long time, but then having a ton of them to watch.
Well, and it's kind of cool because I have some there are some really incredible people on YouTube that I really, really enjoy watching. But Mandy Banded, I feel like I could turn your videos on at night before bed and they would be like a lullaby. Like, I think I seriously could listen to you read the phone book and it would be so soothing. But like listening to you the other day, whenever you had mentioned being in your video, it just, like, I literally felt like I was getting a hug from you. Like it just felt so nice. And I know that might sound goofy, but it did. It was just wonderful. And last but not least, thanks, honey. But last but not least, Shelly and the band. Your pictures that you have been posting on Facebook recently have been so wonderful to see. Again, so motivational for any folks that are just starting this journey or that are even in this journey now. Like for me, I just see her and I'm like, oh my gosh, what an incredible transformation. She puts up, pictures that I'm too much of a wussy to put up, but she puts up in like her sports bra and her panties, and you can just see like a side by side from when she first started until now. And it is such an incredible transformation. Like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Actually, my son and my little one and I were looking at Facebook yesterday, and it was a picture of Shelly in the band and Jim Cop. I think it was yesterday, and she had on those cute little nautical shoes. And my son Cody, he goes, "Oh, that looks like you." And he was talking about Shelly in the band. I was like, "Oh, thanks. I'll take that compliment. That's very nice." But anyway, I hope that you all have an incredible Memorial Day. For those of you that are in the U.S. and don't have to work, which I'm going to be working, but a lot of you probably don't have to. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful week and wonderful whatever, and happy weight loss to you all. Oh, changes, yeah. I talked too long, so I won't be able to go into that. But we've got some more changes to talk through, changes that we're making like in our home as well, just in terms of changes to, like, for example, I cleaned my room this week for like the first time in, well, I mean, we can talk. I mean, we can walk through the room and stuff, you know, and there's always like a pathway to walk through, but there was always just stuff that was just kind of stacked up on top of one another. And I told my mom, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I just feel crazy. I can't live like this anymore. And she actually said to me, she's like, you know, I was wondering when those changes were going to happen, because I knew that when you started making changes in your body, that you would begin then making changes in the rest of, you know, in the rest of your life, just in terms of the way that you're living currently. Something else that my mother said as well, probably about 2 or 3 years ago, I had started seeing a therapist, and I saw her for probably about 6 months. That's probably about 3 years ago, wouldn't you say?
Not 3. It doesn't seem like it was that long.
Maybe it wasn't.
It was when I was in 6th grade.
Okay, so it was like 2. So it was like 2. No, not that one. I'm talking about Seaman, the one that was in Austin, like downtown Austin. That really cute little area with Amy's ice cream behind it. No? Okay. All right. So anyway, I started seeing a therapist, though, and I saw her for about 6 months. I really, really enjoyed it. It was prior to LapBand. It might have been about 2 years ago. But my mother says, my mom has been like, you know, I don't know, I'm not really a big...
The big hill?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was like 2 years ago.
Okay. My mom has always just kind of been like, you know, therapy, whatever, therapy, schmerapy, you know. But she's a real Christian woman, so she lives, you know, spiritually and through faith and stuff. So I saw this therapist. I felt really good after I stopped seeing her. I just stopped seeing her because it was just too much effort getting over there to see her, really, is why I stopped seeing her. But my mother seems to think, though, that therapy helped me. So I think that it's just been baby steps. I think that it was the therapy that I went to for 6 months. I think that it put me into a place where I was prepared and ready to actually take on this LapBand thing and face it head on, you know? And so I've been going through that, going through all of the emotions of that, working really hard to get through that. And now I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, now what? Like, I've got to maintain this. You know, I've had something that I've been working toward every week, which is the weight loss, you know, losing the weight. But now I'm not trying to lose any more weight. I'm just trying to maintain it. And I think this is probably where people end up finding trouble keeping themselves motivated, you know? So I think this guy helps me keep motivated, because I want... You know, I want him to see that I can follow through with something, and especially the weight issue. You know, if both of my children could avoid prison and avoid being overweight, all set. Let's do it. Going to be hard. So anyway, but now I think that we're changing, and I think we're just working on one room at a time. Like this week, Blake helped me with my room. We're also trying to turn one of the boys' rooms into a game room, so we're combining one of their rooms. So I think that we're just trying to make just our situation, you know, more livable. I think we just... What do you think? He agrees. Yeah. He agrees. So I think we just need something to look forward to as human beings.
It's better than just having a dirty house.
It is. I agree. It's better than having
a dusty room that you have.
It's so embarrassing. I know. And I just keep telling them, like, I hope that you guys don't live the same way that, like, your father and I have all of these years. So hopefully in the next few years before this kid moves out of our home, we can figure out a way to change, you know, to make changes. Well, 13 minutes. I apologize. 13 minutes is a long time, you guys. Good luck. I can't imagine anyone sitting through this. I couldn't, but have a wonderful week. Happy weight loss to you all. Bye.